Something big is happening in the world of short-term rentals. And it's not the summer boom that Airbnb hoped for. Across cities and countries, hosts who once raked in thousands per month are now scrambling to sell their properties, ditch their listings, or pivot to long-term rentals. What happened to the Airbnb dream? Why are so many hosts bailing out in 2025? Stick around, because this isn't just about one company. It's about an entire ecosystem collapsing under its own weight. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the biggest economic shifts, business insights, and financial strategies that matter to you. The golden era is over. Airbnb once symbolized freedom. It gave everyday homeowners the ability to become hoteliers overnight, earning extra income or even quitting their 9 to 5s to manage multiple properties. From 2016 to 2022, listings exploded globally. Travelers loved the personalized experiences, while hosts basked in the financial rewards. But in 2023 and 2024, cracks began to show. First, cities started cracking down with new regulations. Then guests began complaining about rising prices, endless cleaning checklists, and surprise fees. And finally, the flood of new hosts caused massive oversupply in many regions. By 2025, the bubble had burst, and many Airbnb hosts were caught off guard. Regulations clamped down harder than ever. Airbnb's rapid growth also drew the attention of city governments. In 2025, several major cities rolled out harsh restrictions. New York capped the number of days a home could be rented each year. Barcelona banned short-term rentals in its historic center. San Diego enforced stricter zoning rules. Even entire countries like Japan tightened their requirements, demanding licenses and compliance with hotel-level fire safety and tax regulations. The goal was to reclaim neighborhoods being hollowed out by transient stays and rising rents. But for hosts, it was a death blow. Many found themselves in legal limbo or unable to list at all. Others discovered that what once was a passive side hustle now required navigating a maze of bureaucracy just to stay operational. Guests are fed up too. The guest experience has also taken a nosedive. Once heralded for their charm and affordability, many Airbnbs in 2025 now feel like overpriced chores. Guests complain of $250 per night listings with checkout tasks like vacuuming, stripping beds, and even mowing the lawn. Cleaning fees have surged, sometimes exceeding 30% of the booking total. Add-on charges and inconsistent quality have turned many away from Airbnb and back to traditional hotels, which now offer better pricing, consistent service, and loyalty perks. Social media is flooded with viral stories about absurd host rules, dirty properties, and bait-and-switch tactics. The once beloved brand is now viewed with skepticism by many travelers. AI and automation can't save it anymore. In the past, tech solutions helped hosts scale. Automated pricing tools, cleaning service integrations, and messaging bots gave the illusion of a hands-off business. But in 2025, these tools can't fix the fundamental problems of oversaturation, declining demand, and regulatory pressure. Automation can't clean up negative reviews. It can't convince city officials to roll back regulations. And it certainly can't fill empty calendars when travelers are choosing hotels over DIY rentals. Many hosts invested heavily in these tools, only to realize they were optimizing a sinking ship, selling at a loss, pivoting to long-term renters. Desperate hosts are now trying to offload properties they bought at peak market prices. But with the real estate market cooling and demand softening, many are selling at a loss. Others are converting their listings to long-term rentals, often at far lower monthly rates than expected. In cities like Nashville, Atlanta, and Miami, former short-term rental hotspots now have flooded long-term rental markets. This sudden shift has driven down rent prices and created fierce competition among landlords. Worse, some hosts are stuck with properties that don't even make sense as long-term rentals. Remote vacation homes or units with sky-high HOA fees. For them, there may be no easy exit. The stock market doesn't like what it sees. Investors have noticed. Airbnb's stock, ABNB, has struggled throughout 2025, with analysts downgrading it repeatedly due to slowing growth and rising regulatory risks. Wall Street is no longer buying the travel rebound narrative. Analysts at Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs warn that the company may be forced to reinvent itself or risk losing its market leadership. New competitors offering hybrid hotel Airbnb models are gaining ground. Meanwhile, hotel chains are leaning into tech and offering apartment-style stays without the platform middleman. For Airbnb, this is an identity crisis as much as a financial one. Is it a tech company? A hospitality brand? A real estate empire? In 2025, the answers are murky, and investors hate uncertainty. Will Airbnb survive the storm? Airbnb itself isn't going anywhere just yet. The company still has millions of loyal users and listings. But the ecosystem it created, the gold rush mentality, the passive income dream, the host entrepreneur fantasy, that's unraveling fast. What's emerging in its place is a leaner, more professionalized version of short-term rentals. Expect fewer listings, tighter regulations, and more hotel-like operations. The Wild West era is over. Only hosts with deep pockets, savvy management skills, and legal compliance will survive. The days of throwing a mattress on the floor and making $3,000 a month? Long gone. What this means for you? If you're a traveler, this could actually be good news. Fewer low-quality listings, more regulation, and a shift toward hospitality standards may improve your experience. Hotels are also becoming more competitive on price and amenities. But if you're a host or considering becoming one, it's time for a serious reality check. The Airbnb game in 2025 is no longer about easy money. It's about resilience, business acumen, and legal savvy. And if you're an investor, watching Airbnb's next moves could offer insights into the broader real estate and tech landscapes. Are we seeing the end of a trend or the start of a transformation? Conclusion: the dream that became a cautionary tale. In 2025, the Airbnb story is no longer one of endless growth and disruption. It's a tale of overreach, oversaturation, and the painful reality of what happens when hype outruns substance. The collapse isn't total, but it's undeniable. Hosts are leaving, guests are frustrated, cities are cracking down, and investors are bracing for what comes next. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fall of Airbnb and want more breakdowns on the business stories shaping our world, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps us keep creating content that cuts through the noise and delivers the truth behind the headlines. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.